Cave diving is underwater caves. There's no air pockets. They're completely underwater. I started dry caving when I was probably 14, somewhere in there, fell in love with it. The underwater caves just appealed to me. It was so relaxing and laid back. To me, it's my sanctuary away from everything. It's quiet, especially now with the rebreather. There's no bubbles. It's super quiet. It's real peaceful. I just relax. I don't have to worry about the world or anything that's going on except the task at hand. It was getting to the point that I couldn't carry my own gear or get myself to the water. I was having trouble getting dressed, couldn't put this flipper on, had to have help putting my flippers on. When I got in the water, it was slowing me down a lot. It was to the point, like I was diving every 2 weeks, it went to every 3 weeks, and then it was like once a month. It just progressively got worse and worse, and it got to the point that I had to do something. I loved Dr. Lamb when I first met him. I first walked in and talked to him, and he had a presence about him. He was like me. He was very open, very straightforward, blunt to the point. So he took x-rays of my knees and he said, while we're doing that, let's x-ray your hips. Well, I come in and he says, we're not even gonna talk about your knees. We're gonna talk about your two hips. And he says, your left one is absolutely horrible. And he just told me it was bone to bone and that basically he was real short and blunt. It needs to come out, it needs to be replaced. I had lots of questions like, how long is it gonna be before I can get back in the water? There were just hundreds of questions I had, and he seemed to answer every one that he possibly could. Did the surgery, it took like an hour for the actual surgery from what I understand, and it took me about an hour, hour and a half to recover. The minute I got where I could stand up and move around a little bit, they brought in some people from their physical therapy group, and we went for a walk. We went down the hallway, we went up a flight of steps. It was incredible, and I was walking upright and normal, and of course I had a walker, you still had to be so you wouldn't fall, but it was life-changing. That moment right there was like, oh wow. I'm going diving this Thursday and Friday. I'm going cave diving. I never would have dreamed in that short a time that I'd be back in the water. I've got my gear all rigged up, my cave diving buddies ready. We're chomping at the bits to get in the water and go. Now I'm gonna take it easy, but I'm still gonna get in the caves and start going. So I'm looking forward to it.